Hey, my good people. So, this is Coach Tay here doing a quick video on how you can develop your personalized plan for the month of August. So, I'm right now inside of the Restore Wellness membership, and I am looking at my view of the program. So, your view is going to look slightly different. For the month of August, you will find your welcome message, just kind of telling you what we are focused on this month. And as you know, there's a 45-day transformation starting August the 1st. And the whole point of this is I'm going to show you how I achieve my goals and how I am also right in the fight along with you ladies. That's why I started Heal Holistic Nutrition, so that I could heal myself, and my journey definitely continues. You all have no idea how you also inspire me. So thank you so much for joining me in this particular challenge. So I call it a 45-day transformation because when you transform something, a lot of work is required. And indeed, a lot of work is going to be required this month. Some serious dedication to meet our goal. But what you're going to do is you're going to create a wellness plan. That's the very first thing you're going to do, is create that wellness plan so you have well-defined goals and a set strategy for the month. You got to have that road map, just like this wellness tracker infographic that's showing here. You got to lay out your plan. So I'm going to show you how I've done mine and what my plan is for the month and how I, got started with my plan. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into Practice Better. You're going to pull up the Restore Wellness program, just as I did. Let me start over here. Okay. And after you read your August calendar of events, you're going to go down to wellness resources. As you can see, I still have all the stuff in here for July. That's going to be gone by the time you look at this video. Okay. You're going to go to develop a personalized plan, because that is what I want you to focus on. And I haven't even finished that module yet. But what you're going to find is some instructions on what you need to do to get started. You're going to go to the wellness template guides. Okay. By the way, there's going to be a video in that develop a personalized plan module. That's where you'll find this video that I'm making right now. And I am going to guide you to go to the wellness templates and guides, because there is where you're going to find the template that we're going to use. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here, and I am looking for the one called Your Wellness Plan. Here it is. What you're going to do is you're going to download. Okay. I want you to download this, and then I want you to print it out. And once you print it out, then you're going to fill it out. Now, if you download it and you have a PDF program on your computer where you can type into this form, then that's even better. And that's pretty much what I've done. So here goes my wellness form. Okay, so I've already plugged in all of my information, my name, my goal for 45 days. My ultimate goal is to lose 10 pounds, but I'm giving myself a range because I don't know what my body's going to do. Okay, so I have my dates in here, August 1st through September 14th. That's my 45 days. I want you to put your fasting schedule, whatever that schedule is. I am trying something new. I'm doing early time restricted fasting, which basically means I'm going to have my meals earlier in the day and be done with my eating by 3 p.m., 4 p.m. at the latest. So on my good days, it's going to be 7 to 3 is when I'm going to consume my meals. On the days when I'm pushing and I'm maybe a little bit busier, I'm going to give myself to about 4:30 to finish my meals for the day. Okay, so that's going to be my eating schedule. And I'm going to stick to that probably about 75% of the time, because I like to change things up with my body, because I know how my body goes. It gets used to routines. I will probably have to bust this up somewhere in the middle of this 45-day challenge. But pretty much that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then I have my target macros. Now, how did I get these numbers? Well, let's go back over to Practice Better. And this time I want you to go over to the resource library. And once let me scroll to the very top. Once I get to the resource library, I'm going to scroll just a little bit down until I see how many calories do you need every day to lose weight. This is your total daily energy expenditure calculator, not calendar, calculator. So this is going to help you learn what your total daily expenditure is so that you can measure the calories that you burn per day, so you'll know how many you need to eat so that you can lose weight. So this is a very strict way to get some weight off. It is not something that I would want you to do long term because it's not sustainable. However, for 45 days, I think you can commit to maybe counting your calories most of this time, if not the entire time, to really, really finish off, get some pounds off, maybe the rest of those pounds you've been trying to lose, struggling with, you can get it off if you follow very strict guidelines, which is what I am going to do for the next 45 days. Now, this total daily energy expenditure calculator is going to give you just basic information. Let's click this. You're going to plug in some basic information about yourself. And then when you click calculate, it's going to give you some numbers here at the bottom. Okay. And it's going to tell you exactly. Let's just plug some in so that you can see what I'm talking about here. And let's say light exercise. And you want to put what you actually are right now, not what you hope to be. Okay, you want to put your activity level now, your weight now, your age now, and then click calculate. Don't worry about the body fat percentage because most of us don't know that. Okay, and then it's going to give you some information here. Based on the information I plugged in, it's saying that my maintenance calories, basically the calories I need to eat every day not to lose weight, is 1865. In order to lose weight, I need to be at least 500 calories below that 1865. So if I scroll down a little bit more, it's showing me 3 things here: maintenance, cutting, and bulking. Definitely don't want to bulk. That's putting on muscle. Cutting is when you want to lose weight. Maintenance is when you want to maintain your weight. Okay. Cutting is where I want to be. Low carb is pretty much where I live most of the time. Okay, so you see these numbers, it's telling me how much protein I should have, fats and carbs daily in order to lose weight. And that would put me at about 1,365 calories a day. Now, I am doing keto. So I am going to get out of that little calculator. And I'm going to scroll down here because I prefer to do the ketogenic macro calculator because I'm doing the ketogenic diet for 45 days. So if you're doing low carb, you can use the regular calculator. If you're doing keto, use this one because it's going to calculate your numbers a little bit different because your carbs have to be much lower when doing keto, as you know. All right, so I'm just going to enter my information here. And in this one here, I don't know my body fat percentage, but I kind of can guess at that. I don't know if it'll let you leave it blank. My activity level as it is right now. My end goal is to lose weight. Okay. And it says, how much deficit do you want? I'm just going to leave it at the defaults here. And also looking at how much protein I want to consume, I'm going to leave it at the default, the 0.8. If I was extremely active, like an athlete or something, then I'd probably choose one of these other 2. I'm going to click calculate. How much should you be eating per day? Here goes my answer right here. So it's telling me that my calories should be between 1357, about 1357. My fats, 102. My carbs should be 20 and my protein 90. Okay, so this is pretty much what it's giving me here. Now, if I go back to my form, I see where I've made some errors. So my protein should be about 90 and my fats is said 102, and I know my carbs have to be less than 20. And then for the calories, it gave me 13, what was it? It said 1357. Well, I'm going to give myself a range because do you know how hard it is to hit the exact amount of calories per day? Yeah, it's very difficult. So I'm going to give myself a range and I'm going to drop down to 1200, and I'm going to range between that 1200 and that 1400. So these are my macros. So ladies, once again, you want to go over to the macro calculator and Practice Better. I see that it logged me out of Practice Better. So let me log back in real quick because I'm going to show you again. Once you get to the Restore Wellness program, you're going to go down to the resource library. It's in the Learning Hub, the very last section. And then you're going to scroll down until you see the calculator here. If you're doing low carb, use this one. If you're doing keto, use this one. Okay, so that is how you calculate your numbers. This is how you build your wellness plan. Okay, so I have my macros in here. Now I'm going to build my action plan. And basically, that's just me being straight up honest with myself in what I know I can do and what I should be focusing on. Number one, I'm going to follow the prescribed meal plan that's outlined for the keto diet, staying within my macros. Well, I have prescribed myself a meal plan based on these macros. Okay. And how did I do that? Well, I kind of played around with some things that I know I love to eat. I used the Meal Garden. Did you know that the Meal Garden also helps you calculate your macros? If you didn't get in there and play around a little bit, you might want to check out the Meal Garden. There are several tools that you can use to help you to do that. I'll show you also another little trick. Also with your exercise, you want to put in there how many times a week you plan to exercise. So I said 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm going to aim for a daily step count of about 10,000 steps, knowing that, this is going to get tough sometimes. I am going to say between 8,000 and 10,000 because it is a challenge to get these steps in, especially with my jobs. All right. And then also I'm going to create a daily video log of my meals. And I'm going to talk about how I feel. I'm going to talk about my challenges, my victories. I'm going to take you all along with me on trips to the store. Anytime that I am maybe eating out, I'll make a video to show you what I am doing. And I'm also going to avoid all alcohol and, of course, junk food and carbs. So one thing about the ketogenic diet, you are allowed 20 grams of carbs or less, but these grams should be coming from your vegetables, not things like pasta, rice, bread, tortillas. No, it should not be coming from those things, but there are some folks that allow themselves to eat those things and still can, reach their goals and be within the 20 grams. But I'm only allowing myself to eat 20 grams of vegetable carbs, and also any carbs that may come from my erythritol, sweeteners, that type stuff. Almond flour, if I use almond flour that has some carbs in it, that's where I'll be getting my carbs. So I'm really going to be strict. I'm going to eat clean and I'm going to have lots of vegetables. This is a clean version of keto. My exercise schedule. So I'm not just saying I'm going to exercise 3-4 times a week. I see in my schedule where I can exercise on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and I may be able to even squeeze one more day in there. But these days for sure. I have my supplements listed because when doing keto, my supplements are going to be vital. And also sleep is important. So I've even listed that my goal for the next 45 days is to try and get in bed by 10. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a bigger challenge for me than sticking to the diet because, yeah, very, very busy, intense lifestyle. Okay. Meal prep day is Sunday. I've typically always stayed with that day. I'm going to use Practice Better to track my macros. The journals within the food journal within Practice Better is perfect to track my macros. And definitely advise everyone to have an accountability partner. My accountability partner is my husband, and of course, you all. And then last but not least, I want you to list the diet that you're going to use to achieve your goal. Now, most of my clients are on low carb diets with a little swing of keto every now and then. So I want you to decide for the next 45 days, where will you live? You're going to live in the house of keto, or are you going to live in the house of low carb? Or will you swing between both of them and continue kind of doing what you do now? You have to decide, but just know it's a challenge. So in order for it to be a real challenge, then you got to change up your game a little bit. Got to change it up a little bit. Now, let's talk about what to eat, because that indeed is probably one of the harder things to do, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over to the Meal Garden. All of my clients have full access to the Meal Garden. Okay, I'm going to go to my test client here. Okay, and I'm just going to go to schedule a couple of meals now, because I want to show you what I talked about here. Now, I know I love bacon and eggs for breakfast when I'm doing keto. So I want a classic bacon and eggs. So I'm just going to see what I can find in here. I clicked the little plus sign. And let's see, I'm just going to type in bacon and eggs, and let's see what comes up. There we go. Classic bacon and eggs. It's telling me it's 445 calories. And you see here, this right here is moving along, telling me what my calories are. Now, these two markers here are probably little indicators of what I plugged in at the beginning of setting up my test client. And at the time, my caloric needs were a little different. So I'm not going to pay those numbers any attention. What I'm looking at is what I plugged into my wellness plan. I don't want to go over 1,400 calories. So this meal here is 445 calories. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and schedule that. And it's asking me here how many servings. So if I want to make a serving for my husband, I can add him as an extra guest, but I'm not. I'm just doing this for myself. If I want leftovers on any other day, I'm just going to eat it on those. No, I'm not going to do leftovers because that means I'll be making a whole bunch. What I'm going to do is say make again. I'm going to make it again on Wednesday, Friday, and then this day right here. Okay, and then finish. Okay, and see, it went ahead and plugged it in for me. Now, lunch. I'm going to do just a simple salad, like a Greek salad. See, I already kind of know what I want to eat. So let's see. What I'm doing is looking for recipes within Practice Better that fit what I want. Okay, here goes a simple Greek salad. And that Greek salad is 468 calories if I fix it according to the guidelines here. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this. And let's get this out of the way. I'm going to make it again maybe 2 other days this week. All right, now let's move on to dinner. I'm loving salmon right about now. So let's look up, see what I can find with salmon and maybe some asparagus or something. Let's see. Salmon with sriracha sauce. That looks good. Aha, dilly salmon with asparagus. All right, and that's 492 calories. Now, you see, it's telling me that for Monday, I'm at 1406. So I said my limit was 1400. Now, you know I'm not going to trip about going 6 calories over, right? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and schedule that. But you see what I'm saying as far as how Practice Better can help you to manage your calories? Now, let's see. I'll probably have salmon maybe one other day this week. So I'll plug it there. Finish. Okay. And what I would do is go ahead and finish calculating my meals, adding my meals for the week. Like I'm going to have a Caesar salad. I might make some air fryer chicken wings. I'm just going to find what I can locate in the meal garden that's close to these meals, and maybe I can't come up with an idea. So I will use the meal garden to help me come up with some ideas as far as what I want to eat. Because guess what? The calorie counts are already there. And if I find a recipe, let's just say maybe I want something with some fish. And I'm just going to pick something random here. Even though I'm not eating tacos, I'm just going to pick these fish tacos because I want to show you something. You can edit the recipe. Okay. Once you edit the recipe, okay, you can take things out. So let's just say I do not want the tortilla because I don't want the carbs. I got rid of the tortilla. Save. Done. Look how the calories came down to 199 because I got that tortilla out of there. And then, of course, when I look at the nutrition wheel, it's still 23% carbs. So I can go back up here and look at anything that may be a little carby and get it out of there. Okay. So yeah, you can edit these recipes, and there's a show nutrition option so you can see, what you're consuming. You can look at the carbs and everything to see what you're getting. So practice around in the meal garden, play around in the meal garden to help you develop your menu. And then I'm going to show you a little cheat tool. Okay. It's called ChatGPT. Okay. Literally just type in Chat GPT in your web browser or in Google, and then you're going to say create a 7-day meal plan for a ketogenic diet with these macros. 1400 calories or less, 90 grams of protein, 102 grams of fat, and 20 carbs or less. Make sure the meal plan includes coffee and heavy cream, because I got to have that every day, Greek yogurt, eggs and bacon, and salmon. Watch this. Voila. There is no need to fret, ladies. There are too many tools out here that you can use to achieve your goals. You don't have to sit back and wait for anybody to do anything for you. You can do it yourself. There goes a 7-day meal plan, okay, that has me within my macros, okay, and it includes foods that I will actually eat. And look, it's giving me snacks. Now, y'all know I don't do the snacking thing, so remove the snacks. Redo the meal plan and remove the snacks. And then it says, here's a revised one. So it's going to revise it and remove the snacks. So it's just giving me breakfast, lunch, dinner options. Look at that. Look at that. And all you got to do is copy and paste this and print it out. So voila. I have showed you all how you can create your wellness plan. This is what I've done. This is how I've created my wellness plan using these tools. And I want you to do the same. So go ahead, log into Practice Better. Okay. Go to the wellness templates and guides. And I want you to find your wellness plan, print it out. Okay. Or either you can type into the form on your computer if you have a PDF, Acrobat PDF program that will allow you to do that. Okay. And then I want you to develop your meal plan using ChatGPT, like what I just did, or either the Meal Garden. And one thing about if you use the Meal Garden, you have so many other tools within the Meal Garden. You got the recipes, okay? You can see the full nutrition. You can start creating your own cookbook and gathering the things that you commonly eat so you won't have to search for them. And you can develop your shopping list right there. So if you use the Meal Garden, it's like you can schedule your meals and everything's so much easier for you right here. Use the tools, ladies. You can do this. So I just wanted to record this video to show you how I developed my wellness plan. Now it is time to actually put everything into motion. So I hope that you're with me. Let's get this thing done. Let's blow out the 45-day transformation. I'll see you inside the program.